What is going on YouTube? Hayden back making another brand new Crypto TV episode. In today's video specifically, we're going to be looking at Binance Coin, Bitcoin, Ethereum, XRP, as well as the S&P 500. Definitely make sure to leave a comment down below as to which cryptocurrency you would like to see reviewed next here on the channel. As you guys know, we are wrapping up our Binance Coin technical analysis, and when that ends, I will need another altcoin for review. So if you guys know of any good ones that you think are going to be shorted or, going to be breaking out in the near future, definitely make sure to leave that comment down below so we can review it here on the channel. So specifically in today's video, we're going to be looking at the movements that are happening within XRP. I think this is going to surprise most of you, but yesterday we shot up to about 59 cents on the coin and then immediately reversed back down to literally the bottom support level, which I said yesterday there was a big chance it was going to happen, and that's why we don't buy in really quickly, because you could really, minimize your risk if you just let the coins play out. So I want to talk about that as well as the other cryptocurrencies, which look like they're kind of hitting a bottom and starting to see some volume move it back in. So very interesting across the board. I do want to talk about that. Otherwise, if you guys are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up as this does help support the YouTube algorithm. Make sure to follow me on Twitter if you have any questions, comments, or concerns, and make sure to check out my Patreon for all my crypto trades. Otherwise, let's jump right into today's episode. Alright guys, before we jump into today's video, I want to give a huge shout out to Blockchain Cuties for sponsoring today's episode. Blockchain Cuties, for those that don't remember, is a new collectible crypto game with adventures where you get to play with puppies and other real and fantasy creatures alike. Each blockchain cutie is unique and 100% belongs to you. You get to collect them, breed them, test their skills in battles, arm them, and even level them up. In-game economy lets you trade cuties using smart contracts on the Ethereum, EOS, Tron, or Neo blockchains. Each cutie, which is non-fungible, can be transferred or sold to other players just like regular cryptocurrency, which is pretty cool. And a few days ago, the Blockchain Cuties Universe team announced their BCUG token that's going to be happening exclusively on PokeStarter. During those days, they've experienced a massive follower growth on their Twitter and Telegram channels, as well as an enormous community support. Not only that, but Blockchain Cuties also just announced a strategic partnership with Decentral Games, which is a pioneer in metaverse social casino experiences, which is pretty cool actually. Decentral Games' approach is so unique that it completely sets them apart from their competition. Their casinos can be found on Decentraland, a virtual 3D world that connects creations and ecosystems of many developers under the roof of a single metaverse. Decentral Games casinos look more like a work of art than a traditional web-based playroom. They host beautiful architecture and interior design, NFT galleries, DJ sets with real author music, and real people as players represented by 3D characters, each looking unique, wearing their own set of items and spending and earning their own cryptocurrency as well. So this is a good project because if they list the BCUG token on Binance, then the price should inevitably, increase in price. Otherwise, huge shout out again for Blockchain Cuties for sponsoring today's episode, and let's jump right into the technical analysis. Alright guys, so yesterday I put out a video basically talking about XRP Ripple, how it's pretty much the next target is fairly shocking, and then how Bitcoin is playing out right now, and we were actually starting to see most of these cryptocurrencies start to correct lower, and I was getting kind of nervous here on the channel. But just a quick refresh before we jump into the technical analysis, you can see top 10 cryptos, we are seeing some consolidation. It's actually XRP that's now down, and Uniswap, while all the other cryptocurrencies are up, really not much, maybe 2% on average, maybe 1.5% on average, but everything else is pretty much just consolidating. Litecoin all the way bumped down to number 10. I remember when this used to be, I think, number 3 or number 4. And then Theta up 21%, which looks great as well. But to dive right into the technical analysis, here is the XRP chart. So if you guys didn't remember yesterday, we talked about how the prior day we saw this massive flare in the price shooting us up to 60 cents. And then we immediately corrected back down to the support level that we have at 54 cents. And then yesterday we saw prices shoot up again. We were going very close to 60 and really retested 59 cents. And when we made the video, we were trading right around 57 cents. So we saw some very interesting patterns. And I said yesterday, if we manage to close that night above that resistance, which was 54 cents, above that resistance, closer to 57 cents, it would give us enough confirmation to figure that we were going to head up higher and move all the way up to 62. Well, that's why I said we wait to close, because exactly what I mentioned happened. We immediately corrected back down, major wick. There's a ton of uncertainty here and a ton of resistance, and it pulled the coin all the way back down to bottom support. And now that's exactly where we're trading right now, right at 54 cents again. So the same technique applies itself to this coin. We have yet to break out. We have yet to see that massive pump. So really what we're looking for is if we can actually build up some volume and close that daily candle above the resistance, which we kind of were doing. It doesn't really look, promising yet to be buying in, but I'm really waiting for the coin to just spread some distance, give it some distance away from that resistance or that support right here, closer to 57 cents. I would be more, interested in buying in, but just in this consolidation, I'm really not going to get involved. The one thing I wanted to draw was the slight uptrend that the coin is starting to make. If you guys notice, you could draw it like this, something like this. It's definitely going to be a harder one to tweak, but I would say something like this. We'll see how well this does, but ultimately it does have some bottom support and it does have an uptrend. So we'll see how exactly this plays out. It may need some consolidation. It may need to swing back this way, hit the bottom support here at 54 cents, and then pump up again. So we may see another day or two of consolidation, but ultimately I'm not buying into XRP until we get the confirmation that we have started to break upwards. And then I will anticipate a target closer to 63 cents. That is the target that I still mentioned yesterday. We're still waiting for that to close and retest 63. But until we see some sort of distance between the support and where the price is, I'm going to stay away from it because it could very easily flip downwards. And until then, I'm just going to, wait until until tonight closes, and then we'll see where we're at. If we see the coin, because when we consolidate like this, there's a bigger chance of seeing a dump than there is of it breaking upwards. So really what I'm looking for is just a small consolidation up to 57 where we can actually get a big candle that closes. Because right now all we're seeing is major wicks. These are all wicks, and these are not healthy. These are really big signs of uncertainty. The price doesn't know if it wants to break up higher, and that to me is a risk that I don't really want to take. So that's my opinion on XRP for right now. So, if I were you, I would just wait it out. I'd wait to see where tonight's close, and then if we close well, we'll be able to buy in and capitalize off the run to 63 cents, if not higher. But for right now, I'm just going to stay away from it. As for Ethereum and the other cryptocurrencies, so Ethereum and Bitcoin look very interesting. Obviously, they look very similar right now. Bitcoin was the one that went above its all-time high. Ethereum retested it and fell down below it. Almost similar to where Bitcoin is. Bitcoin just happened to break slightly above its all-time high and hit 62,000, maybe a little higher, $61,500, and then we immediately started to correct. My worry now is I'm starting to notice a lower high formation forming on this coin very easily. Check that out. Look at this pattern and then look at the pattern on Ethereum. So this is something we have to take into consideration. It's not that. I'm just going to tweak this. Something like this. Notice the resistance that we're seeing. So now that we've retested the top, we can remove this. And we could probably remove the other one as it's unnecessary right now. But you can see the pattern that's forming is lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. We're bouncing down, we're hitting the top resistance, we're bouncing down again, and we're currently hitting the top resistance. So really, I'm not going to be investing into either of these because they're starting to seem fairly bearish until we get confirmation of a break above resistance here and we swing up higher. Because as the market's starting to play out, the downtrend does show signs that we're probably going to bounce off this right now, actually, as I speak. And we'll probably see Bitcoin and Ethereum start to go lower. We'll probably start to see it dump. And it could dump as low as there. I'd be shocked if it fell that low that quickly. There seems to be some sort of, fractal that's forming within the coin where there is some sort of bottom support. You can see something like that. There's some sort of descending fractal that's forming here where coins are falling lower by hitting bottom support here. But I do believe that we are at a high right now, and we are probably not going to break through this resistance. And we're probably going to see a bigger dump and pull back tomorrow, which could lead us down to $52,000, so on and so forth. I mean, we're just at a very high level, and I don't think we have enough volume yet in it to pump up to levels like 100,000 or 150,000. I mean, if we were to go up even higher, maybe we'll see 70K. But for right now, the way the market's playing out is it looks like it's topping off. I mean, it could do what it did before. It could do something like this, where we saw the price come up, we swung down lower, we pumped up higher again. We could swing down lower and pump up higher again. It's unlikely. There's a lot of bearish signs, bearish cross in the MACD, trading fairly okay on the 54, trading at 54 on the relative strength indicator. We don't look bad, but I'm just seeing a lot of negativity, and I'm seeing that we're extremely overextended from the moving averages here. So more than likely, I'm starting to see signs of correction and reversal than I am starting to see signs of bullish break to the upside. Just warning you guys, it's opening up plays for potential shorts. Ethereum is slightly behind Bitcoin, as Bitcoin already retested that resistance. So we'll probably allow Ethereum to pump up there too. But I do believe we're starting to enter more of that bear market, and it's worrying me. And that's why I'm staying away from investing into XRP for a long until I see confirmation of an exact direction we're moving to. Because we could easily pump up, retest this, and then dump back down to the moving average. At some point or another, we're going to have to come back down and retest that. And we have not retested, for Bitcoin, the daily moving average since, the October 8th of 2020. It's been months now, almost a year now. Almost a year now of just this consolidation. So we'll see where we've been trading above the moving average. So really what I'm waiting for is to just get that confirmation. I doubt we're going to break above this resistance. That looks strong. There's a good chance we'll see a short opportunity coming, and that's kind of where my head's at right now. As for Binance Coin, if the market decides to play a dump, we're going to see Binance Coin play that dump as well. So I'm paying attention to it. You just got to be, you got to be very, patient with coins like this. You don't want to just dive into markets, especially with the way Binance Coin is trading with this uptrend right here. It's just showing there's a major resistance on the coin, and it seems like we're kind of breaking down from it, and there's a good chance it could dump, especially if the markets are priming itself for a correction, which it looks like, to be honest, Bitcoin, Ethereum, and now Binance Coin want to do. So I'm getting nervous. XRP is definitely getting withheld from the major uncertainty that's flowing within the crypto space. We're losing volume, I think, and I think we're losing we're only up 2.5. We're at about 1.76 trillion, which is still absolutely incredible, and I do think we're fairly high, but I do think the markets are starting to tweak lower, and I do think volume is coming out. That's just my opinion. When I look at these markets, I'm starting to see that reversal. I'm starting to see these lower high formations, and it's ultimately pulling that coin down. So we'll see how the markets go. I mean, the only way I'm switching bearish is if we break through these big resistances at the top, that one, this one, and this one. XRP is the only one that doesn't really need that, as it's starting to create higher lows, unlike the other cryptos, which are creating lower highs. It's acting inversely. So I'm waiting for the confirmation. If we see a break to the downside, I'm obviously going to short it. If it breaks above resistance, we'll get back into it. But as for the S&P 500, we're starting to see a lower high formation as well in this coin, much smaller, much smaller. We'll see if today holds above support. That's what I'm hoping for. Hopefully today we hold above support and we actually manage to swing back up. Otherwise, we're probably going to see another dump and another correction back down to 37.40. But as of right now, if we can bounce off the MACD right here and see that swing and reversal to the upside, we should be good for the rest of the next couple of weeks. But otherwise, guys, that's pretty much going to wrap up today's video. If you are new to the channel, definitely make sure to subscribe, turn on post notifications, leave a giant thumbs up, and I'll see you in tomorrow's video. Peace.